give a lot of credit to UTSA in the midst of a long year for them to be playing better, playing well, to go on the road and beat North Texas, to come in here and win. It's a real credit to their staff and their players for them to keep playing with the level of purpose that they have. You know, they came in this game, I think, 4-12 in the league, and you know, so a lot of respect to their staff and their players for being able to do that. There were some stretches where our energy, you know, we came out in the game and our message was the level of energy and urgency was going to be really critical for us coming off a bye week and 2 disappointing games. And we sustained it for a little bit early. You know, we know they're going to shoot a lot of threes. They average 30 a game. They lead the nation. They shot 28 tonight, made 12 of them. They made a lot of tough shots. But there's just the multiple efforts and toughness. We didn't have that juice when it really mattered the most to close out some possessions. And proud of some of the things we were able to do tonight, but we just didn't, you know. I said to these guys coming back from Florida that we've got a good mindset, but we did not have the appropriate mindset. The difference between becoming good and taking the next step. And we were in that space. I would equate it to, you know, an NFL player who does great during the regular season, but it's something more required when you get to the playoffs. And there's an added level of intensity and urgency that you have when you get down to the end of the year and seeding, and there's a lot of things on the line. And now, and you've got a good enough reputation that people respect you, so you know you're going to get team's best shot. And there's a different mindset there that is a work in progress.
When you talk about that mindset, is that something that can be developed either from coaches or from teammates encouraging each other, or is that something that's sort of born into people and just the way different guys are wired?
Well, all of those things can be true, and experience has a lot to do with that. These experiences, I mean, if you go through our team, how many guys have played a big role in meaningful games this late in the year on our roster? And if you look at it through that lens, these are good experiences. Even the ones that don't leave a great taste in your mouth, these are new experiences for a lot of guys. So that part of it is what you want to take from it, is the growth that can come from it.
Did you see something change? Because like you said, that first 10 minutes, it really looked like they came out with that intensity and focus. Did something change, or did it just kind of drop off? Was it anything UTSA did?
Well, they made shots. You know, they played well, and they took advantage of each opportunity that we had. The ball stopped moving for us a little bit at different times, and we obviously had some guys in some new situations there, rotation-wise. But all in all, I really think you got to give most of the credit to UTSA for, you know, because all of those shots didn't have to go in. Those guys stepped up and made them. And maybe if they would have cooperated a little bit and made 8 threes instead of 12, maybe we could have found a way to get it done. But we needed to make some plays on defense. They shot 47% in the second half, and we didn't do a good job closing out possessions.
Where did you miss Chuck Harris the most, and do you have an update on his status when he might be back?
Yeah, it'll be day to day. You know, turned his ankle, came down on someone's foot, and so we won't practice tomorrow. We'll have Monday and Tuesday to prepare for Wednesday, and I believe it'll be day to day. He's done some individual work to try to test it out, and didn't feel like he could go yet. So I would say, you know, the added ball handling, decision making, shot making, all those things he brings to the table, and then just the overall depth of our team. You know, you miss him in all those ways.
Was there a point, I guess, we talked about fouling before, but that last possession, down by 1, I think you had a couple fouls to give. Was there a discussion about fouling there and trying to send them to the line and save time or anything?
No. You know, there was only a 12-second differential. The discussion was about getting a stop and what we were going to do on offense. And so, no.
You've talked in recent weeks about how Ricardo Wright has been showing you the kind of results that you have seen a lot in practice since he's been here. Today he obviously had a bigger role with Chuck out. He played 30 minutes, gave you 13 points, hit a few threes. Overall, what did you think of Ricardo in an expanded role tonight?
Yeah, I mean, he was good. You know, the thing with Ricardo is that he brings value defensively. He's vocal, so he's more engaged as his role has grown. So he brings a level of maturity and some leadership to our team. And obviously, when he's on the floor, his voice is definitely growing. So I'm proud of his growth for sure.
And just how tough, like you said, you have the Florida trip, no game midweek, this one, just this final stretch of the season to try and finish on a good note these last couple going into the conference tournament.
Yeah, that's you know, Wednesday is the focus. You know, we're not talking about seeding, we're not talking about 20 wins, we're not talking about championships. We're just talking about today's game. Tomorrow we'll get in the film room and address that, and then we got to get back to work and prepare for ECU.